What's up, guys? So it's early. I'd mentioned in my salt and pepper rib video about these new pellets that I actually tried that swayed me from lumberjack, and I've gone through a ton of them, and I've always gone back to lumberjack. I think I've always expressed my love for the lumberjack pellets. So, and to start this, not sponsored. This is nothing. I found these at Academy. I tried them. I like them. So it's simple as that. And I think we all know my belief on recommendations. I mean, everybody has different experiences with certain things, certain grills, certain tools, certain anything, so I really hate giving recommendations because to me, there's a responsibility behind that. If I say, hey, this is awesome, go try this. I will never tell you to go buy anything. It's just my experience, what I like, what I enjoy, what works for me might not work for somebody else. Somebody might not like it. It's the way it is. So this is, I just wanted to share because I tried these. I mean, they're not new. They're not anything fancy. I've always gotten lumberjack just because the flavor's awesome. I always do an oak and a char hickory blend, or maybe a little cherry with some pork, or some pecan with some chicken, things like that. But I always have stayed away from like the blends, championship blend and pitmaster's blend and all that other shit, because it's it's a lot of times it's maple and all, it's like So I came across these, and I was actually going to get some more charcoal, and I've expressed my love for my B&B competition lump. I love it. It is by far my favorite charcoal. No snap, crackle, pop. You don't need to wear a face mask when you light it. The flavor is awesome. It burns nice. It burns hot. It burns for a long time. I love this stuff, man. So I had come across. I went to Academy Sports. That's where I always get my coal. They always have it in stock. That's where I grab it. So I went to go get some charcoal. They didn't have any of my charcoal in stock. Well, then I noticed I was going to hit Rural King, where I buy my lumberjack. I get my lumberjacks for $8.88 a bag, 20-pound bag. So I was going to hit there next. Well, then I seen this bag, and this is the stuff. They are the B&B championship blend. So it goes against everything that I have always stayed away from. But there's a couple things that caught my eye on it, which is what made me try it. For one, that's a 40-pound bag. It was 13 bucks. So you're talking about 6 and change, say 7 bucks, round it up. We'll be generous here. 7 bucks a bag, 20-pound bag, because that's 40 pounds. What caught my eye on it is the combination. It's post oak, which I love, cherry, which I love, and pecan, which I love. So it's got a really round, everything's based off oak. And then you have your cherry, which is great on pork. It's good on beef too. It's not overbearing, nothing like that. And the pecan, which is awesome on poultry, bird, fish, again, meat, beef, pork, it's good for everything. So those three caught my eye. So then I'm like, well, I do a lot of research on them because there's pellets out there that are flavored with oils. They usually have a base wood of beech or poplar or that other kind of stuff. Just the cheapest kind of wood, which makes them ashy, which makes the flavor not quite there. Well, these I started looking them up. So then I pulled my phone up and I started doing some research on them. So the B&B are actually all post oak based pellets. So the base wood that they use is oak. That right there, I'm like, all right, there's a bonus for me. Secondly, the other woods, they are straight wood as well. So I'm like, well, hell, I got to give them a shot. So I've been trying them. I've been using them for a little bit now. Well, although there hasn't been any videos, I've just been busy building the grills and stuff like that. But I'm still cooking every night. And so I've been using these. I figured I'll let them burn through. You know, I'll get through a bag before I really say anything. You know, because it's, you know, no way to really tell. But the ash has been minimal on these things, and the flavor is fantastic, man. I mean, they are intensely flavored. I noticed the consumption is down because I can only assume because of the oak, they burn hotter, so it needs less. You know what I mean? So these things have been killer. And if you watched the salt and pepper video last night, even my wife noticed this one seems more fruity. Well, the fruity actually came from the flavor of those pellets, you know, because they were in the smoke longer than the other rack were. So, I mean, it's just kind of a testament right there to show how much flavor actually really comes out of these things, man. And they're cheap, you know, they're super cheap. So for 40 pounds, you know, for $14, say good rounded out, you really can't beat it, man. And the stuff is, they're awesome, you know. So that's them. I had mentioned it last night in my video. The video was already long as shit, and people are already bitching about how long the videos are. So, you know, it was just a matter of, it was late, you know, I figured I would just do something, and that way I can explain a little bit about why I even chose to even try them in the first place. And, you know, that's why. I mean, based on oak, straight up real wood, no bullshit filler woods. You know, it had me sold, man. So that's it. These are the B&B 100% championship blend, but pecan, cherry, and post oak, man. I mean, it's like my trifecta for the stuff that I like to cook, you know, because I'll typically always, with my lumberjacks, it'll be oak, I'll throw some cherry in there, or it'll be oak and I'll throw some pecan in there, or it'll be oak and char hickory, which I love. The char hickory adds such an awesome flavor. I haven't blended the char hickory with these yet, but I will be. I will give it a shot just because I love what the char hickory does to the just the flavor of the wood. Now the char hickories, they burn hot as hell, and they are pretty ashy. My oak, my lumberjack, all the other ones not so much, but the char hickory one is ashy. But you know, I'm assuming that's just because of what they have in there to make that charcoal kind of flavor, you know. But shit is good stuff, man. It really is. So let me bring in just a little bit. I just figured I'd make a quick one here because I had mentioned it and I had no idea that there'd be so many people asking. I have tons of comments and messages about the pellets, but that's them right there. I'm sure you can get them other places. Like I said, I got mine at Academy Sports. I get a lot of my barbecue stuff there. It's close to me. They're usually always stocked. And the people up there have always been cool to me. So that's them. 14 bucks a bag, 40-pound bag, and they're awesome, man. They really, really are. So that's it. Them are the pellets that I used on that salt and pepper ribs. I've used them on burgers. I've used them on steak. I did some chicken in them. It just they're a great flavor, man. Really, really good stuff. So, and that's coming from somebody that has always stayed away from them blends. I don't, it's just, you know, I like to control what I'm putting in my food. And, you know, I don't want maple this and that. I don't want all that shit in my food. So I just don't care for the flavor of it. I'm not a big fan of sweet meat. You know, this is all just, it's just a really good blend, man. Nice harmony of flavor. So that's it. So, but yeah, if you want to give them a shot, try them out, see what you think. Like I said, I've had, you know, good experience with them. Again, it's in the smoke fire, so, you know, results may vary, that kind of stuff. But all right, guys, that's it. Later.